Alright guys, we got RAMAZINE facing off against Donato here in the Warchief Club 18? Europe? Sorry. It's hard keeping track because there's that many of them these days. We got Donato versus RAMAZINE here. RAMAZINE on Rus. I was going to say HRE. Whoops. Rus and in the blue trunks. While Donato in the green trunks on Delhi. Just to match the flag, just to match the flavour of the Civ. So RAMAZINE going to be looking to get an early third scout out just to get that crucial huntable bounty eco going. So I suppose the beauty of Hillendale, at least he does always have the safe hunt, but then it means he's almost never going to get his opponents. Donato, yeah, working on his other hunt first. Just making sure his opponent's not going to steal that off him at all. I'm going to try and get the wolves, the sheep out over here. One of the wolves up there. So RAMAZINE, a lot of villagers on his food initially. He's to bring one of his scouts back eventually because he's going to run out of food here at the start of his base here. Didn't really grab a lot of his nearby sheep in favour of trying to scout out on the map, which isn't a bad idea. I mean, there is always very large clusters of sheep in the centre of the maps, which, here we go. Donato's done a wonderful job at picking off. So he's going to deny heaps of not just food but also gold and extra gold as well with the wolves. There's one more over here for RAMAZINE to get. He's dropped off another sheep. And he needs to bring them right next to the town centre because it's a little bit of walk distance. Now he's found a wolf, but he's only at just over 100 gold really. He wants to be at sort of the upper 100s, like 175, 180, close to 200 by now. He wants to try and get both Wheelbarrow and his age up here. So he might just have to look at aging up and taking Wheelbarrow later. He's getting quite a few sheep now. Again, yeah, it's quite a little bit of walk time there. So RAMAZINE looking to age up. Nice timing to it. Donato is also working towards his now. Also going to gather a little bit of wood. It'll be interesting to see whether RAMAZINE goes for second town centre or stables opening here. But either way, I think Donato is going to go for early spears, try and wall up one of these sacred sites and take it. Because, I mean, he'll be getting Piety very soon, and then Sanctity, which will let him control the sacreds and age earlier than any other Civ. The beauty of Delhi. Or Rus, they've got early access to those knights and that great gold income eco. Because I mean, cabins next to wood generate free gold. And killing huntables on the map also generates gold. So RAMAZINE now to 195 gold in the bank. And he needs to find a couple more wolves if he can. And try and take one of these boar if he wants to get to that 250 mark. And really propel himself further ahead. Because it just allows for him to actually gather slightly faster and trickle slightly more gold for free. So Donato behind this. Mostly just gathering wood for now, actually. It's getting forestry and then double broad axe. That's the scholars probably straight into the mosque to begin with, and then into any production facilities he might go with, but judging by the fact that he's gone for so much wood and he's getting the blacksmith first, he might actually be going for second town centre perhaps? Because RAMAZINE, with the Golden Gate, quite possibly could just be looking to buy stone here and go for a second town centre. So to really propel his eco forward, if he does so, one of the beauties of Rus is that you've just got so much flexibility with your H2 with the Golden Gate. Oh, RAMAZINE's actually dumping all of his gold. Oh no, he hasn't. He spent it all on forestry and wheelbarrow for the time being. He's just going to get a stables. So let's look at pressuring Donato perhaps, who's getting a stables of his own. And another blacksmith, just because with Delhi, while upgrades take so fucking long, you do get them for free. So if you can get double blacksmith down early, it doesn't really matter about how much you're struggling for eco because they just take time. Although obviously, if you can get a couple of scholars into your mosques, maybe even get a second mosque when you're in Castle Age, it just makes a world of difference, especially because the later into the game you are, the longer they're going to take to finish up. Early techs are only a couple of times longer, later techs are several times longer to research than the other civs. So early night here for RAMAZINE. He started gathering a little bit of gold behind this. He's going to face Horseman from Donato. He's going to be eager to get all these upgrades. And also at a barracks so he can get some spearmen. The Horseman not going to be able to kill the knight, but he'll be able to take the scout low and retreat. So Donato going to be careful to slip these scholars down onto the low ground to take these sacreds while he's sort of inviting RAMAZINE up onto his base, onto the high ground. Now he's going to try and repel him for now, but it's sort of not going to work until he can get some of these spears out. They won't be far away though with half train time with a scholar queued up in them. Donato now going to get all-seeing eye to increase the scholar range, sight range, just so he knows everything that's going on. He can really prepare to control the sacred sites and wall them off and then take the relics. He might have just enough to defend this little raid from RAMAZINE, who's looking to add a barracks of his own. So Donato cleaning things up without any real damage being taken. Again, he's got horsemen and spears over here to defend against another horseman. So Donato is going to look at getting all three sacreds here. Not going to be able to take the third one just yet, because there is a knight on it, so he is going to have to retreat, and it looks like RAMAZINE is going to work on towering it up. Horseman versus horseman. Donato probably needs to have his scout assist there. Ooh, but the knight wallet normally would compete well with the three horsemen. They are being healed by the scholar right now, and are going to have the spear come in to assist, so looks like Donato is going to get hold of all three sacred sites briefly. It seems as though RAMAZINE's going to mount a push on one of them soon. Donato, very good map control so far. The villager overstepping the mark and being picked off there. So RAMAZINE's going to have to cancel this fortress before it sustains too much damage and dies, because then he'll get none of the resources back. Knight being cleaned up. Oh, and this will be rough if he doesn't cancel this. Oh, and I don't think he did there. So RAMAZINE needs to make something happen here. Started spending his Golden Gate resources again. Getting a whole bunch of ranges. 3 ranges being added right now. He's got a blacksmith as well, but for now, can't really afford to take any techs on it. And Donato going to wall in the easiest sacred for RAMAZINE to get on while he's already sitting on the others. So that's a nice gold trickle. He's going to be generating 300 gold a minute out of that. He's really only going to have 2 villagers on his gold, and he's already got what he needs to get to castle. For now, he's just mostly focused on wood and food gathering, of course, because he really needs that for his age 2 composition. Well, RAMAZINE not really in the position to work towards age 3 yet, and he desperately needs to get some units out to at least snatch back one of these sacred sites to get there. So Donato really laying the smack down early on here. Villagers coming forward just a wood chop, but it's pretty inefficient. They need to have a lumber camp over here, because that's forever and a day to actually get back. So RAMAZINE's gathering behind this is not terribly efficient, and still that blacksmith hasn't actually contributed anything, while both the blacksmiths for Donato ticking over with upgrades, so he's got melee damage and both melee and ranged armor, and he's getting ranged damage now. So things are going swimmingly for him. RAMAZINE just looking to... Oh, he's going for a second town center behind this. He's going to try the eco and push route. Because, I mean, he still has a couple of minutes left before he's got to worry about the sacred victory. But in saying that, compound of the defender going up, and so these scholars being used to pick up every relic on the map, except for the one that RAMAZINE has got a scout on and was expecting him to take. So Donato going to be able to bring back a lot of relics very quickly, although there is one horseman there for RAMAZINE to try and defend with. To prevent him going home for free. So he should be able to get one scholar there. He's got another one. They have another 2, sorry. Yeah. So Donato only pinching 2 relics. And he will get the 3rd in the end, so really tidy stuff there. Unfortunate for RAMAZINE. RAMAZINE not even going to be able to deny this 4th relic, considering there's only a scout there. So yeah, it looks like Donato's got a hold of all 5 relics now, and RAMAZINE needs to look at making something happen, because these tower alleys are going to almost be paid for with the relic gold gen and the sacred gold gen. He really needs to look at making a push here. Trade house coming out. Generates gold like a hunting cabin, but it's not next to any wood. So it's not actually going to be generating any gold here for RAMAZINE. This is a bit of a mistake. He probably needs to actually put it right here if he can actually fit it. Or just delete the buildings and put it next to the wood line. Put it next to this clump of wood. Because it's a huge mistake to not make any use of that gold generation. And in fact, it's not even generating any gold alongside the hunting cabin. It's knocked out the cabin's gold gen, I believe. So Donato is going to be able to really take advantage of that. Not only has he got so much low round gold out of these sacreds and out of all the relics, RAMAZINE's blocked off his own hunting cabin gold gen, and he's not getting any high trade house gold gen. He could get like 120 to 200 if he's got it near a big clump of wood somewhere. It's sort of offset at least one of the relics or one of the sacred sites here. And Donato, 100 pop. RAMAZINE's still only at 53. He's really struggling with the eco here. Transitioning to the farms, and he's still miles off mounting a push because he's spent so much on that age 3. So Donato, I think when he shows up, RAMAZINE's probably going to get the shock of his life. Oh, and he hasn't quite finished off the siege workshop either. Probably should have left one villager. Oh, he has left one villager to finish it off. I didn't see him. This will be very rough because he's going to start dropping some villagers. Donato's already pushing forward with the tower alleys and is looking to forward keep his opponent here. Oh, those spears wandering straight past the tower alleys into the army. So RAMAZINE doesn't really even have much of a force to greet this with. GG, I think he's completely misread what was coming, and Donato takes the game.